Welcome to the Explainer. All right, today we are diving into a topic that, let's be honest, can look pretty scary, polynomial division. But here's the secret. It's not about being a math genius. It's about having the right tools in your toolbox. And today, we're going to build that toolbox together. Yeah, if you've ever just stared at one of these problems and felt your brain kind of freeze up, you're in good company. Seriously, this is a super common hurdle.
I mean, just go look online. Places like Reddit are full of posts from students just like you, totally stuck on this stuff. But don't worry, we are going to get this all straightened out today.
Okay, so here's the game plan. First, we'll talk about the dilemma itself. Then, we're going to look at the two big methods, the classic long division and the shortcut, synthetic division. We'll figure out when to use which one, and then stick around for a really cool pro-level trick at the end.
All right, let's jump right in. Section 1, the division dilemma. So, before we get our hands dirty, let's really understand what we're up against.
Okay, the best way to think about this is like you're a mechanic. You've got two main tools. First, there's long division. Think of this as your big, reliable, all-purpose wrench. It might be a little clunky, a little slow, but it works on absolutely everything. Then you've got synthetic division. This is your power drill. It's super fast, super efficient, but it only works on specific kinds of screws. You gotta know when to grab it.
So let's start with that all-purpose wrench, long division. This is the classic method, the one that will never fail you, no matter what kind of polynomial you're trying to divide.
Okay, I get it. You look at this and it seems like a total mess, right? But I promise you, it's not as chaotic as it looks. All this is a simple pattern that just repeats itself over and over and over again. And here's that pattern. The whole thing really just boils down to these 4 steps. You divide, you multiply, you subtract, and then you bring down the next piece. That's it. Just get that cycle in your head. Divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. You just keep doing that until there's nothing left to bring down. Now this slide is super important because it calls out the #1 mistake pretty much everyone makes with long division. You see that quote? When you subtract, you have to subtract that entire thing. That means you've got to distribute the negative sign. Forgetting to flip the sign of that second term, that's where things go wrong almost every time. So watch out for that. And here's the other big landmine, missing terms. Let's say your polynomial jumps from like t cubed down to just t, skipping the t squared term. You absolutely positively have to stick in a placeholder, a 0t squared in this case. Why? It keeps all your columns lined up nice and neat so you don't make a simple mistake when you're subtracting. It's all about staying organized. Okay, enough with the wrench. Let's grab the power drill. Section 3, synthetic division, the shortcut. This is the one you're gonna love because it is so much faster. And this right here, this shows you everything. On the left, that's the long division we just walked through. On the right, the exact same problem solved with synthetic division. Just look at how much cleaner and simpler it is. No variables, less writing. It's a game changer. And the process is so much more streamlined. Once you set it up, you just bring down that first number. From there, it's just a simple 2-step dance. You multiply, and then you add. Multiply, add. Multiply, add. All the way to the end. Way easier than the 4-step process, right? Okay, so now you've got 2 awesome tools in your toolbox. You've got the wrench, and you've got the power drill. The real key to acing these problems is knowing which tool is right for the job. And this table breaks it down perfectly. Long division, that's your go-to for any situation. If the thing you're dividing by is quadratic or something crazy, you got to use the wrench. But synthetic division, that's your specialist. If you're dividing by a simple linear term, something that looks like x minus a number, grab that power drill, it's going to be so much faster. But what if we could push the limits a little bit? What if I told you that you could use that super fast power drill on jobs it wasn't even designed for? Well, you can.
First, we got to get a little vocabulary down. You'll hear the terms monic and non-monic. Don't let it scare you. Monic just means the number in front of the x is a 1. Simple, right? Non-monic means it's any other number, like 2x or 5x or whatever.
Now, pretty much every textbook and teacher will tell you that synthetic division, the power drill, only works on those simple monic divisors. And for the standard method, that's true. But there's a trick.
Check this out. It's a 3-step hack. Step 1, take your non-monic divisor, like 2x plus 3, and solve it for x. Yeah, you might get a fraction. That's okay. That's your new root. Step 2, just do synthetic division exactly like you normally would, using that fraction.
And now for the secret sauce. Step 3. Take your final answer, all those numbers at the bottom, and divide every single one of them by that leading coefficient from the beginning. In this case, the 2.
And this is a fantastic tip because, like our source Math Base says, most teachers just don't cover this. But if you can pull this trick out of your hat on a test, man, you are going to save so much time compared to grinding through long division. It's a huge advantage. So let's wrap this all up. The big idea here is that polynomial division isn't just one thing. It's about choosing the right tool. You've got your universal wrench, long division. You've got your specialized power drill, synthetic division. You know the 2 biggest mistakes to watch out for, the subtraction sign and the missing terms. And now you've even got a cool hack to make your power drill work on more problems. You're all set.
So we've kind of demystified the whole process, right? You have the tools, you have the strategies. The only question left is, what problem are you going to go tackle first?